What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Maurice Delp channel. How y'all doing over here? Y'all know that my channel is more like diverse. I don't just talk about politics on here. Just talk about everything. Everybody has a platform. Everybody has a voice, and everybody has something that something that need to get out there. And I have a special guest, and I know her personally, and what I'm saying, she's gonna actually educate me what she's doing, because I really, what I'm saying, don't have a lot of knowledge what she's gonna talk about. So, but I'm gonna introduce her right now. Her name is Lyn. There she go right there.
Hi, I'm Lyn Vaccaro. I'm on the YouTube channel Infertility Sucks, S-U-X. My background is that I have 8 children. and there was a time I wasn't fertile in between there. But my channel focuses on people that are maybe of advanced maternal age, and maybe were career women and, didn't think about children for a while, and their eggs are a little older. It focuses on women with unexplained infertility. That's really not unexplained. Sometimes it's just really a nutritional thing that and you can fix your eggs quite naturally. And so, or your sperm, for that matter, anybody, couples trying to get pregnant can do something healthy every day to improve the quality of their fertility so they can achieve a pregnancy. And that's what I'm at. I'm not talking about women with structural problems like blocked tubes, or, sometimes the uterus is divided and there's, lots of structural things that happen. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, well, my story started when I was like 40, and I had 5 miscarriages after 6 consecutive girls.
Man.
So, yeah, and that was rough. My ex was very worried about me because I kept crying all the time. I was trying to take care of everybody. I was crying all the time. But then I just, all I did was change my diet and lifestyle. I have a background in alternative health. I used to own a health food store called Natural Resources on Milwaukee's South Side. I was doing that for 9 years. I've improved my asthma with alternative health and exercise. And it all plays in, your lifestyle plays into your entire health. And so if you are experiencing infertility and you're of a more advanced maternal age, or you are younger and you can't get pregnant and they're telling you unexplained infertility, that's really not as unexplained as they say. So that's basically what I focus on my channel. Infertility Sucks, S-U-X.
It's in the description box, everybody. Her YouTube channel is in the description box, and when y'all do that, y'all can press the subscribe and hit the notification bell too. Okay.
Yeah. So so that's where I'm basically coming from, trying to help women get pregnant that are having trouble and they don't want to, or they're using endocrinologist, which is a reproductive doctor, and they're paying $25,000 for each cycle. And I would just like to explain something here about that, because whether you're 40 something or 30 something and you go into an endocrinologist and he charges you $9,000 and he tells you that you have 25% chance of getting pregnant, you do anyway, ladies. You do anyway. It's not, so you don't need him to tell you that. It's going to happen anyway. And the thing about it is, if you're going through IVF, in vitro fertility, and doing that, my natural ideas and suggestions will help to enhance your infertility, and make you more fertile. In many ways, you'll have better cervical mucus. You'll have better egg quality. Egg quality.
Okay.
You don't just get that from the air. You have to work at it. You have to lifestyle. You know,
so
you
can have some type of immune system. You got to. Some type of. Does it have something to do with your blood cells? Everything. You got to like really.
It's a holistic, you know what holistic means in alternative health? It means like it's your whole health. It's not just stop drinking coffee. Okay. You can stop drinking coffee because that is bad for your eggs at an advanced maternal age. But you also have to incorporate exercise. I also on my channel am a big juicer. I juice everything, you know, and Maurice works in the produce. I know Maurice from work. So, I mean, I juice like spinach and, you know, just a couple of those in the morning when you're trying to get pregnant instead of food will get right into your small intestine and go right into your bloodstream. And then it'll go right to your glandular system, which is part of your reproductive system is glands. So there's a lot to it. It's not really as hard as I'm saying, but it's just putting your lifestyle in a certain order. If you really want a baby, and you know you're doing some IVF, this is going to enhance. You know, you have power. I'm empowering women to take charge of their own reproductive system and get it the way it should be on its own. You know, and then if you're doing IVF, it's only going to enhance that. You're going to have a better outcome for the money you're spending on that. And if you're not doing that, I mean, I was 40 and I had all these kids and they were saying, oh, you should hang it up. You should hang it up. And I thought, well, I still get pregnant. It's stupid. You know, I should do something. And so then I read this book and I want everybody to hear this book. It's called Inconceivable. I can't remember the woman. Okay. That Inconceivable. She was 42. She was a career person. She wanted, you know, to get her career. And then all of a sudden she wanted a kid at 42 and all of a sudden it wasn't working. And she did all kinds of natural things that she said, you don't feel it. You don't feel it, but it's doing something for you that you're not going to feel because it's natural. And then you're going to, you know, do that enough for a long enough amount of time. And then you're going to achieve your pregnancy. And she did. Inconceivable. Look that up, folks that are, you know, of advanced maternal age or of younger that need healthier. Unexplained infertility just pisses me off. They should just say your eggs aren't good enough. You know, yeah, or your sperm isn't, or somebody isn't, and you have to fix your health. And really, that's all it is being healthier, you know, unless you have a structural problem, you know, plugged tubes or, you know, there's a condition.
And, you know, we'll get into that a little bit. You know, you started having babies in your 40s.
No, in my 30s.
Not started, but you know what I'm saying? You were really doing good. And
I was doing good. I started at 30. At 30, I started. And
I mean, that's how I started, but you know what I'm saying? That's when you really started, you know, boom.
Yeah, and they came boom, 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 boom. 6 girls. I did have a miscarriage in between the third and the fourth. And then I didn't have a miscarriage for 3 more babies. And then I turned 40 and I had 5 miscarriages in a row. And my poor husband, or my ex-husband at the time, that was the sweetest I ever met him or knew him, because he was looking up psychologists for me to go. I'm like, no, this is between me and my body and God, and don't tell me anything. Just shut up, turn them off.
Right.
But he was trying real hard. And so I just started juicing more, going back to, because sometimes I would fall out. You're so busy with 6 kids. This cat, Link. You're so busy with the 6 kids and you're you're grieving at the same time, you know, and I would get messages though. And I think we all do. I don't know where they come from. I don't have a formula for it, but I would see gardens and beautiful, you know, like the cornucopia with the stuff, the food coming out for Thanksgiving. Yeah. I'd see stuff like that. And so we had an organic garden. I started juicing, running at 40. And, you know, I got pregnant at 42 and 45 and had my 2 sons after all that. So it was just a matter of that's what my focus is for this channel that I have, is to let women know of advanced maternal age, that it's not all over. It's not. If you want to have a baby and you've had a career, and you know, it does take hard work though. It does take hard work with your lifestyle. I wouldn't drink, smoke, do a lot of caffeine. My whole mantra to myself was, when you feel weak and you feel like it's not going to happen, go juice, go out for a run, go out, you know, rope.
The natural.
I would say whatever exercise works for you, do it. Just know that, you know, that's going to all lead you to a better outcome for achieving pregnancy.
I'm gonna listen. I'll be playing her videos in a little bit momentarily, you know, and she got some stuff on here, you know, and it needs to get out there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that people ain't really talking about. So
no,
talking about it.
Well, they go to the doctor and they spend thousands of dollars, and you can do that, and then it doesn't work. And it's like you're $100,000 in. And so that's even more depressing, where you can just do, you know, take a drink with red cabbage, you know, celery, beets, carrots, apple, do that twice a day, go running a little bit, go swimming, whatever it is that don't do an exercise that doesn't make you want, and that just, you hate it. Don't do that, because then you won't do it. You know, you got to do something that's you're going to stick with because you like it.
Yes. Wow.
So it's not that hard to get pregnant. I know. 42 and 45. If you look on my channel, if you go to Infertility Sucks on YouTube, SUX, I did a little different. But the 2 boys that you see on my screen are Andre and Sergio. One was born when I was 42 and one was born when I was 45, and they are 17 and 14. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Sergio.
Yeah, the little ding dong. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're funny.
Yeah, they're funny, but we love them. But that.
And I got them. You know, those pregnancies went without a hitch at such an older age. I mean, they did, and that's only because I laid the ground. You know, the foundation in your body has to be good. The foundation in the soil has to be good for plants to grow. You can't just grow plants on soil that's not nutrient filled, you know, and it's the same with our eggs and our sperm. You know, you've got to have that in good order. You've got to have your glands up here. You got your pituitary gland, your thymus gland, your ovaries, your adrenals, that all work synergistically, i.e. together, to create this great fertility that you should have to conceive.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, to conceive. Wow. I mean, I always heard that when a woman in their 40s, it's impossible. It's almost impossible to get pregnant. You know, you know. I hear it the older you get, and from what you telling me, that's BS.
Yes, it is. You know, here's somebody I know from my generation. Now I'm 59. I'll be turning 60 shortly. And somebody I knew from my generation, he was a man that fought in the Cold War in submarines. He was in the Navy. And his grandma had a baby out in the farm field at 50 years old. Now, why was that? Was it because she was eating McDonald's and Popeyes and smoking cigarettes? And no, it's because she's eating off that earth and work the food of it, you know, the fresh food of it. You know, if you can't grow plants unless you have good foundation. You can't grow a baby unless you have a good foundation.
Yeah.
So,
and that makes sense.
That woman was 50 and she had her baby and had her daughter in the house taking care of the baby. She's out there giving afterbirth, all her placenta and everything. She put it in the soil. This is a true story. Now, this is a man. I think he died. It's too bad. He's got to be like 78 now, and he had a pretty bad Alzheimer's. So, but that was a true story he told me, and I'm like, you know, there used to be, if you want to get some encouragement other than my channel, there are channels, pregnancy 40 and over, premenopausal pregnancy, things like that. I had 2 babies premenopausally, so it's certainly not impossible. Not at all.
It's not impossible, man. That's real. I like how you can play it with a plant. You know, I mean, it's like you got to sow on good ground, right? Sow on good ground.
Yep.
You know,
you reproduce soil. Holy shit, Lillian! So
this is authentic, everybody. Real life.
Really tough. I'm sorry, I have to excuse myself a minute. Oh, that's Maria. Take her upstairs. I'm on the phone live streaming. Or I'm live streaming a show. Okay. Okay, for my channel. Thank you, Maria. That's my fourth daughter. That's my fourth daughter. I had her when I was 87. Yeah, it's a busy house. But yeah, you have to make this whole thing. The gland up here tells your ovaries when to grow a follicle so that a seed or that an egg can come out of it. Now, that's not going to work unless, and I do have that. That's one of the last videos I made before I went to school and had all kinds of stuff going on. You'll see it. It's a pencil in my textbook, and I'm writing around the pituitary gland because that gland makes your whole reproductive system work. So you need to take care of yourselves at that age, and you know, when you're older, or you know, any age really, if you want to have a baby. And younger you are, the better it is, because your body ignores all the crap you put into it. But you know, if you're aging, it's best to have really good soil, and that's the best way to do it. I don't know what other way to do it. If you want to, you don't get anything as precious as a baby for nothing, you know. So
yeah. Wow. I mean, that is deep, man. I mean, I'm looking at Carolyn. Carolyn, she talks a lot like you. The more I think about it, you know, she's about the natural stuff. You know, there's a reason, like the websites and all that. Wow. Okay.
Is she resonating with what I'm saying?
No. She's already on the same page with you.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Yeah.
He's on the same page right here. You know, Carolyn, good friend of mine. She be live streaming sometimes with me at night. You know.
Cool.
Yeah. This is real. You know, like I said, you educate me. You know, since a lot of times when I interview, I'm not like, I know everything. I said, no, educate me too, not just the audience. Educate me too.
Yeah, I'm on a different. I do it. I have a different channel than Mo does, and I'm grateful to him for having me here to promote this. But yeah, you know, it's as easy as healthy and unhealthy. I don't know. Yeah. And people that spend a lot of money on IVFs and stuff, right. 2 rounds, 50,000. You know, and you've got the same chances if you do. Oh, this is what I want to explain to everybody. Okay.
Bring it.
I'm bringing it. Okay. Now, say you go to a doctor, and a reproductive doctor, and you want him to help you get pregnant. And up to that point, you really haven't been that concerned about health. You haven't been, eating that well, you've lived a stressful life, you haven't been exercising, and then you go to the IVF doctor or the endocrinologist that's going to help you get pregnant for 20.
Yeah.
Last I checked, it was 25,000 a cycle.
Right.
They make so much money.
Uh-huh.
But then, okay, you know what he's going to do? He's going to shoot ovulation. He's going to kind of hyper ovulate you with hormones.
Okay.
So they'll give you hormones that are going to hyper ovulate you so that you get, there's my fourth one right there, that you get, she was at 37. I don't know, boo. But I'll be done soon. Anyway, so you're going to hyper ovulate somebody that hasn't got the good soil that I'm talking about, hasn't been feeding it and nourishing it and making it nutrient rich to create that good egg in there that the follicle can pop off, right? So this is the analogy, and somebody told me this analogy and I'll never forget it, and I want to pass it on in this particular moment is think about a car that hasn't been tuned up. Okay. It's maybe running, it's doing its thing, but it's not really able to, so you're taking the foot to the floor of that car.
Yeah.
What's it going to do? It's going to sit, not miss, it's going to miss, it's just not going to perform well. And so when the endocrinologist comes in there and he shoots you up full of hormone to get your follicles nice and, ready to ovulate, you've got eggs in there that you haven't done anything with to improve. And then, so you're hyper ovulating these eggs. And then a lot of these women, when they're doing IVF, they go on and they have miscarriages. And then you just spend all that money on that. So that's a good analogy. And for me, that spoke huge amounts of sense. So I don't know. I'm hoping that everybody can get something from that. I do have a few videos here that Mo.
Yeah. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it, and I'm just gonna play a little bit of it, and then you can just give your
if you want to. Let's talk about the early pregnancy and healthy corpus luteum. You see that there?
Is it this right here?
Oh, that's thick uterine lining. Yeah, well, that's another good one. This is one of my best performing videos talking about thick uterine lining, because women of advanced maternal age don't have good eggs. Good eggs will create, after they've been released, will create a thick uterine lining.
Oh, okay.
You need that thick uterine lining to the progesterone that comes off of the corpus luteum. Okay, here's how it goes. Your pituitary talks to your ovary and says, here, mature a follicle. So it does. And then the follicle becomes swollen. You might feel it. I felt it when this was happening. And
okay.
And then it shoots off. And then that's the time you want to get pregnant, right? So, but here's the thing. What's left behind is this thing, a mass from where that egg came off. It's called a corpus luteum. It's yellow. Depending on the size of them, your IVF doctors might tell you it's not a good size. Well, why isn't it a good size? Because you need nutrition. So if you don't have good nutrition and you did an IVF and it just made a 2 centimeter corpus luteum, you're going to have like maybe that not great of an egg, and then you end up with a miscarriage. So so that that's really important. You know, it's all a process. It's from 1 to 2 to 3. You can't just skip any of it. You know, you have to work at your entire lifestyle, manage your stress, manage your diet, sugar, smoking, whatever your, you know, your things are to do. But you have to, so when that, okay, so the corpus luteum, once that egg comes off and it gets fertilized, it's called a zygote.
Okay.
It's not a fetus right away. It's a zygote because it's in your tube. Okay, so when it's in your tube, it's called a zygote. Now, the thing that helps that zygote live is the corpus luteum. But now remember, you have to have a good corpus luteum with a good egg. So the corpus luteum will have progesterone. It speaks to that zygote. I don't know the language. I don't know, but I do know this is true, that the corpus luteum talks to that zygote, gets it into your uterus, or it will move down into your uterus you have these little hairs in your fallopian tubes that move it down. And then it gets into your uterus, and then you better have a thick, nice plush lining for that, because it'll dig in there. It'll dig in. It's called implantation. You might get a little bleeding at that time. However, that just means you're implanting your baby, and that's good. But that corpus luteum, that egg came off and got fertilized, that corpus luteum has to keep throwing out progesterone, because that's what keeps that uterine lining in you, instead of being, if it drops, you're going to have a period. If you're pregnant and your progesterone drops, you're going to have a miscarriage. So you don't, it's all a, you know, it starts with good health. So so that keeps going on right there, and as long as you have a good zygote, or a good zygote with a good functioning corpus luteum that's speaking to it with progesterone, the zygote says, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And you can go into the doctor and get a blood test, and you'll get HCG, which is it's a human hormone.
Yeah.
In your blood, and the sicker you are, the better, ladies. The sicker you get, that means your progesterone in this ovary is throwing it out, and you're gonna puke. You let it happen. Don't worry about it. You get.
So it's a good sign when you're sick.
Huh?
It's a good sign when you're sick.
Yeah, when you're not sick. Some women aren't either, you know, and it works out fine. But I mostly, when you want to see a sicker type of early pregnancy than you do a not sick one. That always gave me a clue when I was going to miscarry. That always gave me a clue. So if I wasn't sick, I was worried about miscarrying, and generally it would. So.
All right. I'm gonna play the video. You ready for the video?
Which one are you playing? Why don't you do the corpus luteum one?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. Keep talking. I'm gonna go ahead and.
Okay. All right. Well.
Go right to it. And,
that's kind of what I just explained.
Okay. You said the uterus. Which one? The other one you sent me?
It's all connected. Corpus luteum. You see that corpus luteum link there? Hold
on. I'm gonna go right to it. Wherever I can find it.
That's kind of, or whatever you got. No,
I got it.
It's all connected.
You said it's called what? What is it called again?
Do you see the words corpus luteum?
Hold on.
Or thin uterine lining, that's good too.
Okay. Corpus, I'm gonna go right to it. You talking about the hold on, it says hold on a second. Is it better, Corey, to function better? That right there?
Hmm.
What is it called again?
improve uterine lining. Is that the
Oh,
one?
hold on. Let me. No, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go right to the.
It doesn't matter which one you play, kiddo. Play
Okay.
them all. They all fit. They all fit the bill.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
Shut up, babe.
I'll be back tomorrow morning.
You be back tomorrow morning?
But just briefly, like for 30 or 40 minutes, I want the second coat. I wear a patch in the hallway and on the bathroom ceiling. And then I'll be done and might not be back till next week.
Okay, Dave.
Okay?
All right. And it's my landlord, y'all.
Electrician on Thursday.
Oh, I thought that was Abe.
Electrician.
No, it's my landlord.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good one, Dave. Yeah. He's a good landlord, y'all. He's a good
You
landlord.
said Abe. I'm sorry, Dave.
Oh, you thought it was Abe. That's Dave.
That's what I thought you said. Yeah.
No, he's a good landlord. He's always fixing stuff, and never had a landlord like him. So he's doing some stuff in the vents and stuff, and hold on, let me get to this. Let me get right to it. I'm so professional.
That's all right. So we're casual people here.
All right.
That's what makes it work for us.
Yeah, that's what makes it work. Right there,
No, I'm gonna go to the pool. Oh, okay. I'll meet you over.
So it can be cost.
Okay, let me get to it real quick. Let me get right to it. All right. Give me a second. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm trying to see which one is it.
Oh, well, that's a good one.
Technical skill.
I'm so out of breath.
This one. You see me hitting it?
Oh, I see it. Natural ways to create right here.
Yeah, you can do that too. Any of it's gonna apply.
Okay, I'm gonna go right there. Okay, let me. All right.
Yeah, honey.
Hold on, where is it? I'm trying to do this. There you go. Okay.
Do you see the second one here? No.
Yeah. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me share this. Let me go right to it. I'm gonna go right to it right here.
There you go. That's
oh, there you go, right there. Okay, hold on. I got it right here. All right. We got it. I finally did it.
Crazy. I'm talking about better ways to make more cervical mucus here, because there are ways to do it.
Okay.
You just got to digest your food better. That's another thing. When you're older, you don't digest food as well. So you can take a digestive enzyme. I recommend now food super enzymes, and that helps you get your nutrients where they need to go so you can do what you got to do to achieve pregnancy. And that's what I'm talking about here. This is 4 ways to do that.
Okay.
That's a good one.
All right, we'll go right here.
Hi, Lyn Vaccaro from Infertility Sucks.
Looking to talk to my natural fertility seekers out there. Haven't been around for a while, but I get back. I don't forget to touch base with you guys out there. Thank you for your subscribership and listenership and all of that. I really appreciate it. My little goal for myself, which wasn't really, it's nothing, but for me, it was 100 people, and now I've got 101. So I'm glad somebody's kind of feeling this, that it resonates and makes sense. Today, I'm going to talk about improving the quality and quantity of your cervical mucus. I know last time I did a cervical mucus video as well. However, with this video, I'm going to concentrate on 3 or 4 things that I've laid out here that actually thin your mucus. If you have thicker mucus or scant mucus, as which sometimes is an advanced maternal age type of thing, but other women, younger ladies have that too. So, if you're finding that, your underwear is not getting slippery or wet, or you go up and harvest some cervix mucus and it's like doesn't stretch out real nice, like a nice egg white, it's breaking and whatever. This stuff will help you do what you can naturally to thin that out and create more of an abundance of it. So I was going to start by saying the B vitamins, like a B50 twice a day, because especially the folic acid in there. I mean, I would take a complex of it because they're synergistic, which means they fit each other and they make they're catalysts, like they make one thing happen and then the next one takes over and makes another thing happen. So the thing about that is the folic acid really keeps your
any feedback you want to say about this, Lyn, before I go on with it?
Yeah, let them hear the rest of that.
Okay.
What B vitamins are doing there.
All right, here we go.
Cervix glands healthy and well nourished, and it thrives on those. So take your super enzymes to digest your food, and then before your meal, take your super enzyme with hydrochloric acid in it, your B vitamin, and then eat. And that'll help your glands be nourished enough to do what they have to do to produce it. Okay. Secondly, it's a really simple thing. You're not going to believe it. Drink lots of water. My doctor used to tell me as a kid, because I had really bad asthma, super bad. And I'd get bronchitis and it would just be a hard time for me. And he advocated always drinking, like have a nice big jug there and
Dr. Brown
graze on that all day. And it did like thin the mucus in your lungs so that you can cough it up and, get rid of it. So it's the same concept with your cervical mucus. Some of the ladies that have thicker, breakages, when you're harvesting, and it's just not real elastic like you want it. The water will help with that, and it's just a real simple thing to do. And just if you drink more along with some of these other things, kind of combine it. The next thing I wanted to talk about was guaifenesin, which for any of those of you that may not know what that is it comes in the Robitussin expectorant, and it's a medicine, again, used for like coughing and lung issues and, getting the mucus in there thinned out. So it can be coughed up, and it works for your nose too. It guess what else that works for? Your cervical mucus. Yeah. So that's it's just the regular Robitussin. You don't get the DM or anything like that. Just the basic one, and take it twice a day, especially when you start noticing your mucus. I would take it in the morning and then again in the evening. Certainly before you're going to have sex, have taken it, so, and a couple hours before that. So anyway, so that's guaifenesin. And then there is a really good product out
called pre-seed. Some of you may have heard it. It is actually sperm friendly, and I'm going to take this over. I know you usually sit in this corner, but I want to read to you what I just read. It was a really good explanation of what it is. It's I've used it, but I was able to, with some of the other things, really get my mucus pretty good even when I was older. So
This is a good product for anybody that's maybe 43, 44, wants to supplement their own mucus with this.
Okay. So here's what it says. Okay. It was developed by a sperm physiologist. It won't limit or harm sperm like most leading lubes. It mimics your body's natural fertile fluids, and it's glycerin free. The National Institute of Health funded research to design this patented sperm safe lubricant formula with pre-seed for fertility friendly lubricant. You can be confident that you are using the right lube when trying for a baby. So all those other ones aren't going to be, they're going to be sperm unfriendly likely. And here's the real good paragraph, I thought. Pre-seed fertility friendly lubricant is a high quality lubricant that mimics fertile cervical fluids to support sperm on their journey. Unlike most lubricants, pre-seed fertility friendly lubricant is pH balanced and isotonic, so sperm can swim freely. So then I went to, what is isotonic? Okay, dictionary.com. Noting or pertaining to a solution containing the same salt concentration as mammalian blood. So obviously this physiologist, what was he? I can't remember what he's a sperm physiologist. Sperm physiologist. So, he must have really researched to see, isotonically what would,
basically that's what I'm talking about there,
fertile fluids. So if you're a little lacking in fertile fluids, you could also try that. You could do all of the above. I didn't use pre-seed too much, but I did try it a couple times. So I just wanted to share that with you for those of you that aren't aware of some of these easier things to do. And hopefully when we talk next time, somebody will have some thinner mucus.
All right.
There you go.
Any comments, any thoughts you might have? Thank you for catching me on YouTube, and thank you for your subscribership. Take care. I'll see you very soon.
Right there, yeah.
Right there. That's another thing is cervical mucus. People don't understand how important that is. There's so many dimensions to getting pregnant, and I don't think they're given the value. We got to have respect for that.
Yeah, we do.
Because you can't just do whatever you want and then expect to have. Well, especially when you're older. When you're younger, everything happens. I mean, you can be smoking, drinking, whatever you're doing, and you get pregnant and whatever. But it's like I say, my channel is devoted to more people that are having problems getting pregnant naturally, mostly maternal, older maternal women. But yeah, cervical mucus. Here's one thing about that. You can make a lot of it, if you just digest your food well. And then there's glands in your cervix that pull that mucus out and make you all slippery and everything. Well, what that does is it enhances the sperm's ability to move in there, you know, and get up to where it's got to go to get into your tube. It's got a big journey, you know. So it's best to, you know, work on all those, especially if you're older or unexplained infertility person that, you know, get on some of those natural water. Simple thing, God. You know, you can have this cottony. Women can look in their underwear and see what kind of mucus they have. You know, if it's shiny and glitter, you know, like clear, that's really good fertile mucus. If it's like cloudy and white in your underwear, then you know you could try some of those things that I suggested in that video. So
yes. Wow.
A lot of stuff. But if you go to my channel, tomorrow I'm going to be making a video about blood flow and the importance of blood flow to women of advanced maternal age back into their ovaries, because there's ways to improve that. You can do yoga inversions. You can push on your femoral artery. It'll back all that blood up. And if you're taking your, you know, nutrients and eating well and everything, that's all nourished blood going up into your ovaries, which as a older woman, you don't have the same blood flow there that you did. So that's about it, honey.
Oh, that's about it. And what's the name of your YouTube channel again?
Infertility sucks. SUX.
SUX sucks. It
does. But there's so many things we can do on our own, you know, to improve it. And I want to share that with people. So that's why I started the channel. And the only reason I found out I started it, I had 5 videos or something. Okay. And my little son, he says he's talking to his friends on his I don't know what, Snapchat or whatever. Yeah, when your mom has 10,000 views on one video and you have like 5. And I'm like, what are you talking about, Sergio? And he's like, yeah, you got 10,000 views. And that's the thin lining, how to create a thicker lining.
Yeah.
So that was funny. That's the only reason I'm still here trying to speak to people, because people are talking to me, and you know, I might not get it's not going to be like the audience Mo had, but there's people need help with this. So I'm just grateful to Mo. I'm grateful to my friend Maurice to help me promote.
And believe it or not, there's some people in there that think like you, and once I put there, you know, people can look like, hold on, this is what I've been saying, this is what I've been talking about, and they're going to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody has a part to do. Everybody does their part. Everybody has a voice. Everybody has a platform. What if it's totally different than I mean, like everybody knows your platform is totally different than my platform.
Yeah.
But your platform need to be heard. You know?
Yeah. You're the only person I know with such a big audience. So I thought
I give everybody a platform.
And that was very gracious of you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your help. And hopefully I can get some people on there and help you. I do also do consultation by phone.
Okay.
If you want to contact me, and I just learned, I have to apologize to my subscribers because I just learned how to view your comments. I am going to be 60. I don't.
You old school. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm working at it. I'm getting this. And so, and what I don't get, I go ask the kids and they tell me. So, but yeah, I didn't know how to get all your comments. And yesterday I was looking at them. I was going, oh my God, these people have so many questions. And that's when I approached Mo. And so we got this going. But thank you, Mo. I appreciate your help. And, you know, I hope everybody out there can at least view a few videos and see if it fits what they're thinking about or what, you know, their goals are fertility wise or whatever have you, you know, so.
Yes, and thank you for coming on here.
And thank you for having me.
And you can stay on the line. I'm going to end the stream in about 1 minute. And y'all know where to find her. The link is in the description box. And she got she got some stuff that she's saying. She got something to say. And when you hit that subscribe button, make sure y'all hit that notification bell too, because you know how YouTube is. You hit the notification bell, it'll go right to your phone. So go ahead, man, subscribe, man, and hit that like button once you get there. All right. And I want to thank you once again, Lyn, from coming over here on my Thick Skin Only channel and Raw channel, coming over here. And whenever you want to have a voice again, whenever you got something to say, just let me know. I'm all ears. I'm very open.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's for sure. I mean, if I know, I've been working with Mo for 10 years, you know, I know he's very open, and he's, so, you know, I was glad I was glad I had him. I was grateful to have him to work with. So thank you, Dolly.
All right. Holla back. We see
Holla
you.
back.
All right. Peace
Bye.
out.